So here I am. I am This is pre-recorded. You have not missed a live. And anyway, this is sale video number 1 for this week. This is Thursday, so this is going out tonight. There'll be a Friday one, Saturday, and Sunday. By Sunday evening, I'll start billing, and I should be finished billing no later than Tuesday. I am going to make a concerted effort to be much faster in my billing, more like how I used to be before I started video sales. I got a little lackadaisical about the billing, and most of you know the situation. I'm leaving here. Initially, I thought I would probably move to just my own apartment in Las Vegas, but I have had a lot of trouble finding a job here in Vegas, and so I have expanded my search, and I'm weighing some options that may not be exactly what I want, but they are a step in the right direction. But they all mean moving away from Las Vegas, which means getting on a bus or getting on a plane and going to another place. I don't imagine that I would be able to afford to move my things, have a mover move them. And I don't imagine another situation where like Els came and helped me get here. And I had pared down to just a car full of stuff. I do have someplace that I can send a few things, but the idea here is to pare down to really the bare minimum in what I would take with me on a bus or a plane, and what I could reasonably mail someplace else. So that means most of the stuff's going. Now, some of it obviously is going to go back to Goodwill. Some of it will go in the trash because it would never have any interest to anybody but me. And the rest of it I will attempt to sell here. These are going to be the cheapest prices you've ever seen from me. For that reason, I am going to be posting these sales videos on Patreon. I will make a separate video for YouTube, and I will let people on the Facebook group know you can join Patreon. My Patreon has a free. It's not a week-long thing. It's not a temporary. It's not 3 days. It's a permanent free level. And you are all welcome to join the free level. The sales will be posted at the free level. They will not be posted publicly. I'll be having sales about 3 times a month in this same sort of fashion with the videos. 1 time a month, maybe near the end or beginning of the month, I may do a YouTube recap live of remaining items. If you want to buy something, buy it. Don't wait until I do the recap and the recap has been done and then message me and tell me you'll pay shipping for what's left. I will be putting it in the trash. I don't want to be crass, but this is my moving fund. I am trying to find a job, and I will take any job that will have me in between now and the time I leave. Every day on a job would be money being saved. So I am still looking for a job. I want a job. I am excited about getting a job. I am frustrated that I don't have one. I haven't approached anger because I do have a huge whopping gap in my employment history. So that being said, I feel like I'm going to be offering these items at an extremely reasonable price. So please buy at the sales. And I greatly appreciate it. I'm not trying to be a bitch or anything. I just, it has happened in the past. When I moved before, there were a number of people, and for a few things I did do it. But this time, if you don't want to purchase in the sale, and I'm not trying to maximize my profits, I'm not even in some of these cases trying to get back the money I put in. I would just like to see things go for a good home, and for me to raise enough money to get a bus ticket, get a plane ticket, and have a little cash in reserve for when I move. So that being said, standard rules apply. If you have made it onto the Patreon page and you're seeing the sale, and this is your first time, please send me an email, and I'm going to put my hold on, I got to grab my keyboard. I keep forgetting the H key doesn't work. Okay, so I'm putting my email in here. Let me make sure it's spelled correctly. Email me at that email your username here, obviously, or if you want to use your YouTube one, your real name, your full mailing address with zip code and apartment number and all of that, so I can calculate actual shipping based on weight. I use PayPal billing, but I also accept Zelle, so Zelle is always an option. Those are the only two I use at this time. If you need to make another kind of payment arrangement, please let me know. At the time, you don't wait until the end of the whole sale and then I sent you your bill on Tuesday or Monday, Tuesday to do that. Please let me know right away. I am willing to work with people who maybe only get paid once a month, or for whatever reason you don't have PayPal. We'll work something out, but just be aware that what I use is PayPal, and Zelle I think is free through most banks, so that will always be an option for you guys. All right, I think that is everything. Let's get on with the sale. There are, let me look, 20 lots in this first sale. And this is literally just, I don't remember what I put in the title for the video, but it's basically, I have gone out to the garage, I've gone around my room, and pulled things that have been kind of sitting around for a little while, or that I know I won't be able to use in between now and the time I leave, and that I think somebody else will appreciate. Some of these things may be things I bought, from L's, or I'm not getting rid of anything anybody sent to me as a gift. Those things I will get to a safe location, even if I have to rent a small storage area here that I can move once I'm better situated and have a job after I leave where I live now. So don't be afraid that if you sent me something recently, although I will ask, please don't send me anything until I get moved, if you are so inclined. I love getting Happy Mail, I really do, but I don't have any place to put it right now, and I will never throw away a gift to me. It's precious, So, but I'm trying to streamline, so now is not the time to get extra stuff. You guys are made of awesome. And I know I'm babbling a bit, so I am sorry about that. All right, so this is our first item. It's an undyed item. I picked up a whole box of these a while back. I think it was on our last Venture, Across America deal. They are, and I'm going to just tilt the box up here. They are, let's see. I probably should put the lid on for this, but, and I think you can see that. So it's 3 5/8 by 5 1/8. Black 70-pound envelopes. There are 245 of these. I think Elf took out 5 or so. So they're the little, cutesy. These would make a really cute small envelope journal. Now, I've seen an accordion style one done lining them up like this, and then they cut the top off and they folded it down. And I've seen them done where you put, you slide them together like that, and that becomes. So there's lots of ways to do this. Obviously, undyed. I was never going to dye them. These were going to be part of next year's fall and Halloween packs. I was going to do some embossing on them, and probably some. When you ink it and you use the heat tool, that kind of embossing, but also putting it through, because it's small enough to put, I think, in an embossing plate. And I thought that would be fun to try out. Obviously, I'm not going to be here next fall. So these are going for super low prices. These are going to be, so this is lot number 1, video sale number 1. And for the four days of sales, I will use continuous numbering. The last item number in this sale is 20. So the first one in the second video sale will be 21, so that I don't get confused. Nobody gets confused over what numbers go where. So this is the first lot, and it's lot number 1. And I was originally going to do 4 cents, but now that I'm sitting here talking to you about how cheap I'm going to make everything, I'm going to do these for 2 cents a piece. There are 250 of them. Is that going to make me a lot of money? No, but I'm figuring for the bulk of the things I have to offer, it's better to offer you guys low prices. You have been my staunchest supporters for the longest time. Moving does not mean that my Patreon is going to end, that my content is probably actually going to be better, because I don't have to juggle. I don't know how to put this that it's going to not sound bad. I don't have to juggle somebody else's personality. Even if I wind up with a roommate down the road, and I'm not talking about the near future, I won't ever live in a situation where I'm not in control of myself. I don't have a car. I can't get anywhere without help. And I don't like that. I don't like the feeling of helplessness that I've had. And that is truly the last thing I'm going to say about why I'm leaving here. And again, remember, this was a mutually arrived at decision. We all decided that was for the best. So I'm not bitter about this. I'm happy. I think it's going to be good for everybody concerned. So this is lot number 1, undyed, 3 5/8 by 5 1/8 black envelopes, small black envelopes. And that is 70-pound cardstock according to the box. And this is the original box. 2 cents a piece. There are 245 of these available. So please say number 1, and you can just say black envelope. You can put the price or not put the price. When you put in your list, please email it to me. Please, you can message it to me on Messenger, but I prefer email. It's the clearest way. And email sale requests take precedence over Messenger ones. I will order those first, and then I'll put in, I'm not going to say if somebody put in a Messenger one first and then 2 hours later or the next day somebody from email sent one. Obviously, that person doesn't get precedence over the person who ordered on the first day. But if there is conflicting times between the two, the emails will get first preference. Also, it's just easier for me. Thank you. So that's our first item. A whole lovely box of fantastic black envelopes for you to play with and have a good time. All right. Item number 2. Now, some of these are not crafty items. This will be an example. I have a notebook problem. So I bought some from Daiso not that long ago. Not all of you have Daisos, but many of you have my love of, notebooks. So this is a Daiso. It is sewn in. So if you want to, you can unbind it and dye it if you are a dyer. It's not going to fall apart on you. I have been very happy with the Daiso notebooks I bought. This is a 5mm grid squared notebook with 60 sheets. So you can see, and I think that means 120 sides, because that doesn't look like 60 right there. So, but they are sewn in. You can see the stitching down in there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. The lighting in here is terrible. And that will be one thing when I move that I will address this issue. Right now, I know one of the things is I didn't realize that my light bulb was so low watt. So I'm going to try and get a new light bulb in here for these sales. But it is sewn in. So this one, I think this is the least price, the lowest price at Daiso is $1.75. And I think that's what these are. So I'm asking for $1.25 for this book. So this is item number 2, Daiso Grid Notebook, 60 sheets. Be sure to specify gray cover, because I have a second one coming up that's a little bit larger. So this is item number 2, Daiso gray cover, 60 sheet grid notebook for $1.25. And then this is item number 3. Also grid notebook. This is a semi B5 size, 50 sheets. So I think that means 100 sides like that. And this is a slightly different grid than the first one. And I have to tell you guys, I love grid notebooks more than anything else. So these are the only two Daisos I have at the moment. I may have others as I start to pare down. Like I said, I went around, and so this is the stuff that's closest to the outside on all of my shelving. So it's going to look like a hodgepodge. It's going to be the stuff that I had the easiest access to. So bear with me. It's going to be a variety, probably a weird variety of things every time we do this. So this is a lot number 3, grid notebook, semi B5 style, blue cover, $1.25. To anybody who might have the same notebook obsession that I do. I love these. They're great to write in. I don't know if I would use this as a glue book. The pages are pretty thin, but it's very sturdy. I have dyed a few of these. Not this particular one, but I have taken the sewing out and dyed them. This could be used for jelly printing. For sure. It could be used as your roll-off book if you wanted to. There's a lot of different things you could do with this, or you could just write lists in it, because that's my favorite thing to do. Could be used as a journal if you just like I do with a composition book. You could easily turn this into a journal. You could do some watercolor on some pages, some pan pastel. You could do some colored pencil, like some watercolor pencils. I would put, if you're going to do that though, because there may, put some kind of protective between the sheets as you go. I usually do about every 5th or every 10th sheet if I'm adding color, because I add other things. You've seen my composition books where I glue stuff in, but it's also writing. That's my favorite way to journal. Semi creative daily journal style. All right, so then I kept some Write in the Rain books for myself. Those yellow ones that I picked up 2 scavengers ago, one of the tiny scavengers up to Utah. So this is going to be 2 separate lots, just so you can see. I have 3 of these bigger ones and 1 of the smaller ones. And I know I'm offering these for less than last time, but I can't see me using these in between now and the time I leave, or wanting to pay the shipping to send them somewhere else. These are really fun. These are this one is also grid on one side, but it's it's grid on the other, but it's almost like a ledger style over here. So you have the ruler, and so this could be a great, you could adapt it into a nature journal or a field notes kind of thing. I think this is staple bound. Let me see. It might be sewn, it's staple bound. So you could unstaple this, dial the pages, staple it back in if you've got, or just sew it in with maybe reinforcing on the cover here. So this could be any number of things, or just a notebook. I'm going to do the same price on these large ones, $1.25 each. This is lot number 4. Large Write in the Rain yellow grid books, and these are vintage. I think I couldn't find a date on them, but I think these are from the 70s. I'm almost sure, but I cannot guarantee that, so I could be fibbing. There's 3 of them. Lot number 4, large Write in the Rain yellow grid books, $1.25. 3 available. Next up is lot number 5. This is a number 100 all-weather Write in the Rain notebook. It is also staple bound, obviously, but it has lined papers instead of and it's under forestry supplies. There's the number wherever it was sold at. That's not the price. That's probably their inventory number, and that's funny. So this one is 75 cents. We'll go 50 cents. Lot number 5 is the small yellow Write in the Rain lined notebook paper, 3 1/4 by 5 3/4. little bit bigger than an index card. 50 cents, and there's only one of those. Okay. I think I had this before in a sale. I can't remember, and I couldn't find it on a list. But you guys, I can't find my own. I've misplaced it, and it's time to change my journal. I'm freaking out, people. So this is the autumn journal I wrote. If you're like me, fall and creepy is always a go for me. You could save it until next fall if you wanted to. You could write in it now. I love this kind of stuff year round, and I will be starting mine as soon as I find it. I've been I've been writing notes on paper that I know is slightly smaller than the journal pages so that I can tape it in. So this has a fun leaf fabric here. And it says falling leaves all over the cover here. It's in a lovely fall color. This fabric is tea dyed, and I've added a photograph to the front here that came out of a coffee table book of some, I think those are those birch trees? I think that is, and they're changing for the fall. They're turning yellow. Inside is from a witchy paper pad. It's you can't really tell what it says. It's just, but it's got the moon, and the same thing on this side. You could easily add in a pocket here if you wanted to, a pocket this way, a pocket that way. You could even do a belly band and a big card here if you wanted. And then I'll do a quick, this is a good time to say, sometimes I drag on in these sales. Put it on double speed. I sound like a chipmunk on crack. You will vastly appreciate the humor of that. Did I write down how many pages is in here? It's 18 pages, 72 size. When you go back and forth there. And I did put in trims and fabrics and stuff to coordinate with the, I'm still not in a good place with the camera placement. And I'm sorry about that. And, ooh, I probably should have warned you I was going to do that, huh? All right, I think that's as much as I can get on there. Let me get you a measurement for this. Let me pull up my ruler here. I'll measure on the inside because the fabric does overhang a little bit. So you can see, maybe I'll be measuring it, or maybe I won't. With frayed edges. I tried to fray all the edges. So from fabric to fabric, it is 10 3/4. The cover itself, if you wanted to trim down the fabric, if you don't like that extra overhang, that is 10 inches by 7.5. And it has got a spine that is not about 3/4 of an inch. And you can see the spine there. Okay, so back to this. So I just had fun with fall colored and various trims. And this one has a little orange. I dyed this lace orange. It kind of matches the but all kinds of trim, laces, and fabrics. Here's a burnt orange zipper piece right there. That's super fun as kind of because that's a fold out piece. That is falling leaves, and we've got a little bit of nice brown with some silver on it trim. Burgundy there. Varying paper sizes. This is one of my favorite things to do. I don't like everything to be the same size. I know some of you do. And some people like all different kinds of journals. So there's another piece of that orange on the brown. A little bit of coffee. Here's, that's like some lacy wired ribbon. Well, it's fuzzy, so I don't know if you call it ribbon, but it's trim. There's some more of that zipper. I included some damaged papers in here on purpose because I think they're fun. With some fall owls. That's some pink paper there. Here is some, this is off the edge of a pillowcase, and I coffee dyed that. Some brown lace there. And now we're heading back the other way. There's the other side of that. I didn't, strictly speaking, make it matchy-matchy. There's some more of the owls, the rest of that zipper. There you go. Some more of that fuzzy trim. coffee dyed. I just think it's a fun combination of colors and stuff. Ooh, coffee dyed right there. Some grungy bits. Some of that rainbow ribbon in the darker colors. Some fall fabric. There's another piece of the burgundy. Some of that brown with the silver in the middle trim. Another piece of fabric on this olive green sheet. A little bit of, this is scrapbooking paper in a grid pattern with some more of that. Can you tell I like the owls a little bit? Some, I believe this is olive green trim. It's hard to tell in this light a little bit, but it could be also a weird shade of brown. A little bit of that trim that you saw here. Right there, it's this actual one that's sticking out of the book. There was a little piece left, so I used it there. Some little pom-pom trim in purple, and that's the end of it. $5.50 for this book. It's mostly meant to be a writing journal, but you could do any number of things with it. I could see it as a glue book. That is lot number 6, fall-themed writing journal, 18 pages, 72 sides. For $5.50. Only one of those available. Okay. So here we are at an item that has been sitting around for quite a while. I actually forgot I had it. I pulled something off a shelf and there it was resting behind it. And I thought this is another chance for these. These are the Boy Scout handbooks. Now I took apart all of these, all 9 of these. And I mixed up the pages. So there are some pages from all the books in every one. The date range on these pages and covers is from 1966 to 1976. And you can tell, I think, from the covers, which ones are the older ones. So these are junk journal / memory books. I have, and each one comes with 5 extra pages from a variety of books. Somehow that wound up upside down. So I've included extra pages with it. I did line the inside with maps on both sides in each book. Whoops. There we go. It's a very simple construction, and I even left the knots a little loose. You can tighten it up when you get it. In case you wanted to take it apart and add in some personal, because this could be a memory keeping thing. You could also do totally a serial killer thing out of this. Young Serial Killers of America. I could totally see it happening. But this could be a keepsake book, something you put photos and memorabilia, actual memorabilia in. Oh my God. But I added in some steno paper and some line paper in here, a little bit of tea-dyed paper, like so every other is just like that. And it goes kind of in the same order. But I did forget to count, and I'm sorry about that. Oh, 16 pages. 72 sides, but most of the pages, well, it's every other. So half the pages are original text from a variety, from all, you get a selection from all the books in every one. But you also get just some plain paper if you want to write down memories, or you want to like give it to your son or your husband and have them like kind of write, if they were both in the Scouts, it's a way to create memories for a family. That I think that could be totally a fun thing to do with it. This is item number 7, junk journal / memory book, single signature style, 16 pages, 72 sides. And I think I've got them out of order now. Give me one quick second to, I think maybe there's backwards. Yeah, so just backwards. So we're going to start on this side and I'll show you the titles. They are going to be just $2 a piece because it's a very simple construction, which you can undo and remake in your, just the holes are already there and everything. You just add in your own pages if you want to. You could definitely do tip-ins and stuff with this. The reason why it looks like it's sticking out is because that's where the extra pages are. It's actually flush. So, and some of them do have, a number of them were donated by this Kevin Kunkelman. Panther Patrol Troop 114, which is totally cute. There are a few notes on a few pages in here every now and then. So you can see this one is Boy Scouts of America. This book was originally 45 cents. And this one is from 1970. But the earliest one I found was 1966. So they're going to go in order. So this is item number 7. Maybe I should do them A. Hold on. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So I don't get confused. So we'll do them. So this is A, the braiding cover. This is the only one that I think, this is from the reading one. I think this one is from 1966 or 1967. If I remember right, this is one of the older ones. So it's got a different cover on it, but it's also the only one that's like, I don't know, it's about braiding projects as opposed to, so this is 7A, the braiding projects, the green cover. This is 7B, gardening. I'm not there. The construction is exactly the same in every book as the one I showed you. They're all put together exactly the same. So that's gardening. 7C is masonry. 7D is cycling. 7E is citizenship. 7F is woodwork. 7G is coin collecting. 7H is camping. And 7I is reading. So that's all of them. That again is lot 7, $2 a piece. Single signature books from 1966 to 1967, created into little junk journals. So if you want one of those, just let me know, A through I, which one you would like. I'd love to see these go to homes. All right, next up. Hold on, I'm looking for envelope. Oh, here we go. These are the ones that Alice talked about in her live. These are the 9x9 dyed envelopes. And I'm going to go from this side to this side with the colors. So number 9, and I put numbers, but I'm going to put, so A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, so this is lot 9 by the piece, 9x9 dyed envelopes. These are very big. From this side to this side is 9x9. It fits an 8.5 by 11 sheet in here comfortably, but it does stick out. I don't know, do I have an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper around here? I've got all manner of things. I don't. Fudge. But just so you can see something inside it. I don't know. Like, so you can see that's a big long piece. And it does fit in there. So you can see for the purple ones, these are looking a little grayish on here. This is a very bright purple with some stippling on it and some markings. The color is just terrible. Let me see if I can put a little more light out here. Oh, that's a little too much light. Hold on. Let's not make it look any more purple, though. I don't know. I don't want to shine it in my face, though. Okay, that's a little better. So this is 9A. Oh, and these are $1 each. So there are 2 purple ones. Sorry, my unloading it piles over here. This is midnight blue with sparkle. So this is navy blue. And it does have the sparkle in it. And you can see this has got some markings. Well, they both have markings on them. So 2 of those available. That's 8B. Midnight blue with sparkle. 2 of those. This is pale. This is petal pink, pale blush pink with, there's a little bit of stippling on all of these. And there is sparkle in this. These have been around for a while. In the back of my filing cabinet. I totally forgot of them until I was looking for something else. 8C pink with stippling. There are 3 of those available. D is dark green with sparkle. This is like a foresty kind of green. Maybe like evergreen. Sort of. And it does have the sparkle in it. So 8D. There are 2 of those. It's the dark green. And then there's like this kind of Christmassy, maybe shamrocky green, which also has sparkle in it. Let's see if I can spread this out a little bit. See, these are not looking as bright. These are looking almost olive. The color is not coming out. These are very vibrant green. That's 8E. Christmas green with sparkle is basically, but it's also kind of a springy green. So there we go. There are 5 of those available. Then we have okay, these are listed as a separate listing. Those are the tea dyed ones. So this is 8F. Is it 8F? So that would be G. This is 8F. This is Tentative Dawn. No sparkle. This is a very dark blue green. Green leaning. It's more green than blue, but it is very dark. And again, the color is not coming out very well in this lighting right now. 8G. And there are 6 of those available. 6 of the Tentative Dawn. Okay. These are the tea dyed ones and coffee. So I'm going to show these as 2 parts. 6A and 6B. So these 2 are 6A. They all have a little bit of a blue tint to it, but these are these were coffee dyed, and so they're not as blue looking as the other ones. And there is, I think, a little bit of a light lacy pattern on here, or it's possible that's that they were fabric dyed, so that there's sometimes you get little marks from the fabric. So these are 2 coffee dyed ones. This is 7G. 2 of these coffee dyed. These ones are tea dyed, and they do have the blue coloring. And you can see they're a little grungier, and they definitely have a blue tint to them. They were dyed with something that bled, and it leaked the color onto here. So they do have a definite kind of blue cast to them. I really love them. I had a project plan for these that I'm never going to be able to finish now. And I am not saying that is sour grapes. I have so many projects, you guys. So I would love for these to find a good home. This is Lot A, 6G, Lot A, GB. There are 2 of these available. No, 3. 2 of 6GA and 3 of 6GB or 8GB. All of these are $1 a piece. It is a big envelope. These are rare find. Buying a box of these, I priced it after we found these. Well, Els found them at a thrift store. It was like $80 for a box of this size envelopes. Ridiculous. So that is, for a dyed envelope, that's trust me, it's a good price. They have sold for way more than that. Okay, next up is another undyed item. I know these can be popular. Now, I don't know if these are considered vintage, but these are from 1980. So they're the skinny manila flashcards. Some of them are blue on the back. Let me get down on the pile. Some of them are orange on the back with the letters. And then there are a few, you can see a lot of them are orange on the back. Some of them, again, black. But there were some that were green. Let me see if I can find some of the green ones. Oh, there. There's some multiplication ones that are, oh, they're green on both sides. I thought they were black on one side. So, and it's going to be random draw. I will mix them up pretty good before I start drawing. So this is a lot number 9. Measurements on these are 8.5 by 3 inches. These make great pockets or great tip-ins and tuck-ins, and they're great for pockets. If you want to go that way, or you want to do like on the edge of a journal, you can obviously trim them down. I know that Colleen and Kathy over at CK Art, and I can never remember if Kathy, maybe K-Berg, maybe it's just K-Berg for Kathy. I know they've been working on, I don't know if they still are, but they were working on altered flashcards. So, and again, these are from 1980. Oh, these say 1992. Wait, oh, so original printing was 1980. These are from 1992, so definitely not vintage. But so they're all just the manila undyed. Obviously various colors. It'll be random what you receive. So a lot number 9, undyed math flashcards, tall, skinny kind. 2 cents a piece. There are 190 of these available. So you would say in your message to me if you wanted this lot 9 math flashcards, and then how many you wanted. And I will get those to you. So I'm going to go ahead and put these down over here, out of the way, and we're going to move on to the next item. Okay. So these are some trimmed up jelly prints. There are 6 per pack. They're kind of in fall, and they're kind of grungy colors, I think. I don't know if you like grungy. But I did trim them down, so they're kind of all different sizes. They're whatever the size the jelly print made. And so I'm going to face all these the same way, and I'm just going to kind of flip through them. So that light is not working. That's not working at all. Oh, there we go. Now that is, it's a little lighter than, this is kind of a mustard color. And you guys, a lot of you who are buying from me have watched me make these. There's a nice big kind of messy one. Look, that's where I was layering stencils. These are, I think all of these are on 32-pound paper. We'll turn it this way and try and do another flip, just so you can see it, you know, kind of what we're going with here. So there are 6 pages per pack, and I'm doing these for 10 cents a pack. There are 18 available. So this is item number 10, trimmed deli prints, and I'll get you just a general sense of what the page size is. Some of you have bought these before. 7.5 by approximately 9 1/4. A little bit more than 9 1/4. Some will be a little smaller than that. Some will be a little bigger than that. 18 available, 10 cents a pack. So super cheap. And there will probably be another round of jelly prints at some point that won't be trimmed. They'll just be the full page. I know not everybody likes them trimmed like that. Next up is, I have 2 kinds of undyed envelopes for you today. You guys have seen these before. So these are the lightweight craft undyed. So it's a very light craft with the window in it. And it's a pretty big envelope. Let's see what I didn't pre-measure this. Here we go. So it is just a smidge under 9 inches wide. And it is right in the middle between 6 1/4 and 6 1/2 on the width. So, and then it has that kind of flap on it. So undyed lightweight craft envelopes. This is lot number 11. Lightweight craft window envelope, undyed, 75 available, 2 cents a piece. All right. Then our last envelope for today are these craft envelopes. These are number 10. I know sometimes they say manila. It's just a brown. Number 10, no window, undyed envelope. This is lot number 12 by the piece. Number 10, craft / manila style. I don't know the weight on this. They didn't come in a box. They just came rubber banded. 2 cents a piece for these as well. 56 pieces available. I don't know if I said it on lot number 11, the lightweight craft windows. There are 75 of those available. All right. Next up, lot number 13. I think this is the last one of these. I looked around in the garage and I couldn't find any more. So I hope I'm not fibbing to you, but I think this is the last one. This is the very last, to the best of my knowledge. I am trying not to tell a fib. 88 piece aquamarine paper pack. This came out sometime last year or maybe earlier this year. I can't remember. It was the end of last year or earlier this year. Normally these sell for between $16.50 and $21.50. Because it's the last one and because I really want to find it at home, $5.50 for this pack. It's 88 pieces. I have unpacked it a number of times. There are some little tiny tags in here. There are some window envelopes. There are tags and flashcards and all of the usual suspects. There's 3 file folders in here. Some newsprint paper. There's some drawing paper. There's regular 32-pound paper. There's some cardstock in here. I don't think there's any lined notebook paper, but it is 88 total pieces for $5.50 if you're interested. In the interest of keeping the sale short, I have showed this a bunch of times, and I'm sure some of you have seen it. But that's the lowest price it's going to be. So if you want to give it a home, that's lot number 13, 88 piece aquamarine, $5.50. And we're getting near the end. That was 18 or 13. That was item number 13. 13 for the aquamarine. 13. Number 14. There's only one of these. Hold, please. Where'd it go? Oh, right here. For 50 cents, this is approximately 50 pieces, mini dyed tags in a variety of colors, black, green. There's a little bit of tentative dawn in here. There's some orange and I think some red. There's probably some pink in here. And I know there's a couple of black ones tucked in there somewhere. 50 cents for lot number 14, 50 piece mini dyed tag set, 50 cents. Lot number 15. Are these, I've seen a lot of people use these, although I haven't watched many videos lately. These are the flat damask sacks. They kind of have a waxy feel to the outside. I know you guys have seen these before. They were very popular for a while back. And they have been sitting in the back of a shelf. I pulled it out because I was looking for some glue. When am I ever not looking for glue? And they are, let's have a wide. They are 4 inches to the top here before this extra bit. That's 6 inches. All the way from the top to the bottom is 6 3/4. And I have, so this is lot number 15. Damask flat sacks. Well, let's make it 2 cents like the other stuff. We'll do 2 cents. This is a non-dyed, so item number 15, flat damask sack. Non-dyed, 175 available. Just let me know how many you would like. I'm happy to send them your way. If I didn't even know I still had them, definitely they should be going to a good home. All right. Next up are items I bought from an L sale that I know I'm not going to get to, but that I know were very popular at the time. I'm going to sell them for exactly what I paid for them, and I hope that you guys are okay with that. Let me get the right one out first. Hold, please. So, L's Fiber Pack. This is Harley Quinn. It's reds and blacks and whites and grays. Traditional Harley Quinn colors. Harlequin. So this is lot number 16. Elsa's Fiber Pack Harlequin for $2. Next is Elber's. I don't even know what that means, but I'm amused by it. Elsa's Fiber Pack Romance. All reds, very bright, very vivid. $2. So Romance is number 17. Number 18. Is Autumn Woods, which is coppers and browns and rust colors. This is absolutely gorgeous. One of these available for $2. That's item number 18. El's Fiber Pack Autumn Woods in the rusts and the browns and the just gorgeous and the coppery colors for $2. And then I have two of the Midnight Fae. Oh, but again, you know, how much stuff can I really? So this is item number 19. There are two of those available. This is Midnight Fae. So there's a little tiny bit of blue, some olive green, purples, and golds. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous pack. So if you were in any of those sales and you didn't get what you wanted, or you didn't get as many as you wanted, there are two of these available, $2 a piece. This is item number 19, Elsa's Fiber Pack Midnight Fae. Two available. And then the last item, and this is just I'm not going to get around to it, and I'm not going to mail it to myself, but I thought somebody who's creepy like me might appreciate this. You remember we had these cards. I sold the cards as part of a pack one Halloween. So these are De-Exorcism. It was a card game, and it was super fun. This is the box. It's in really good shape. It does have a barcode blacked out on the back. I bought this at a yard sale when we were on the road, the very first road trip with Shaylee, the very first adventure across America. For 50 cents, if you would like to have the box, let me know. This is item number 20, box only, and it is in good shape. There is some minor shelf wear on the corners and on the edges, but it's not dented. There's no big gouges in it or anything. And that's the front, on the sides, the back. So 50 cents if you're interested in that. And that is the wholesale for this round. I kept it at an hour, even though I yappied a lot. Thank you for listening. Make your list, send them to me. As the lists come in, I will go back to this description box for this video, and I will fill out what has sold. So you can refer to that if you like. Thank you for watching to the end if you have. And I appreciate watching it, even if you don't buy anything. Thank you. I hope to hear from you guys soon, and have a wonderful, awesome Thursday. Oh my gosh. Tomorrow is Thursday. See you all again real soon. Video content is in process. I know I've said that a couple of times, but it actually is in process. I had to scrap some videos. I had some problem with my sound. It was terrible. But I think I've got the issue fixed. I had to replay, I had to redo the driver's thing. But it seems to be working fine now. So content coming up. And however you guys are spending your days and nights, you know that I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. You are such amazing, awesome people. I have appreciated having you in my life and in my crafty business. So I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I wish for you the very best things. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you guys the happiest of crafting. bye, 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 bye. I guess I should have put something down here this whole time. Bright blessings and hugs and hisses to you all. And that's going to be the end. We're going to push that button. New video coming out tomorrow with all new things. Enjoy and have a great rest of your week. The end.